It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning, Planet Flipside.
Good morning.
How's
Oh,
everyone
I guess I need to turn
doing?
it this way.
Good,
There we
good.
go.
Hey, Myrtle. Hey, Claire. Hey, Mama Chris.
How is everybody doing this morning?
What up, what up?
I got up at 7 o'clock. It was really weird. Usually on Sundays I stay in bed longer.
Something's wrong with the music. Wait, we gotta do something with the music. It's
loud
really
for you?
starting to no, it's doing a weird thing, like it does in horror movies.
Oh,
where
you
it's
poor
like,
thing. I'm sorry. Let's get a different one. How about this one?
And it's like, no.
Better?
No, it's like something's wrong with it, the way it's coming into my headset.
Oh.
And it is very scary sounding. Like,
okay,
it sounds haunted.
We'll skip that for now then.
Yeah, the music sounds really haunted on my end. I am so sorry.
No anxiety. Big breaths.
Don't worry, Jellybean knows how to fill up the noise.
Yes, I do. And so does Rabbit.
So does Rabbit.
We got this.
Right.
I
So,
mean, we filled up the WhatsApp this morning in the green room with Finding Nemo, thanks to Hubby.
Yes, we did.
oh.
I was having so much fun
We
with
were
that.
having fun.
I was just
Oh,
dancing.
You're just
See,
dancing?
you should have been in the WhatsApp.
You would have had a good time in the WhatsApp.
We're speaking whale now.
You should probably start another movie in the Discord.
Well, Hubby, pick another movie.
Yeah. You'll probably pick one that y'all don't even know.
I
Used
might
to be a game we
surprise
played.
you. Might surprise you.
Might surprise you.
I am
Oh,
not looking
hello,
forward to
Katie.
this
Welcome
day.
back.
Ugh.
I am freezing and audio's wonky. Mama Chris? Chris, you're not freezing. Myrtle says you're not freezing.
Your headset's not on your head, ma'am. We can't hear you.
I took it. Oh, I'm having audio issues. I don't know if it's my internet or what's going on.
It's
Sounds
not
like it
just
might be
you,
your internet.
because I was having it too. Because that's why I asked Vixie to turn the music off, because it was really creepy sounding.
Am I jogging at all for you?
Oh no! Everybody's voices is coming through fine. It was just
Okay.
the music for some
No,
reason.
I was hearing robots. That's why I was turning the mic
Oh.
on, seeing if I had to disconnect.
She's hearing robots. I'm hearing weird haunted house audio.
You guys.
It sounded like it was like a
It
record.
sounds like we've been cursed. Who went out and pissed off the fairies?
Cherry, save
Rabbit.
us, please.
I'm gonna
Tell 'em we're
put out an
sorry.
eviction notice. Everybody put a shot of whiskey on your door and your windowsill tonight.
It's
Rabbit
me.
scheduled
Have
too many
any.
appointments this
I'm a
morning.
Vixie. Guess what I did?
You put whiskey on your windowsill?
No, on Friday.
Why
I
would you waste whiskey?
15 tarot readings for today.
Oh, you need to buy a little bottle of whiskey and put it on your windowsill. Say you're sorry.
Why waste
It's
the
Rabbit.
whiskey?
It's Rabbit's fault. He
It's a
did
little
this.
shot. They love it. The fairies love it, and it usually keeps the peace. Honey works too.
Vixie,
Yeah.
your husband left a comment on my Tickety Talks earlier, and I think he's fibbing. There is absolutely no way he was 30 in 96. He was only like 20 in 96.
I was
5.
I was 22. So he definitely was 30.
Well, we're going to change his age.
Y'all
He was
both
only like
lying.
20
There
in
ain't no way
96.
y'all that old. There is no way.
The other
I wanna
day, someone
recount.
asked me what a girl my age was doing. And I said, almost 50. Thank you. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Whatever I damn well please.
They thought I was
I had to
lying.
do some mental math this morning. It was far too early to be doing the
It's
mental
far
math.
too early for mental math. You don't have you can't have whiskey. Okay. If you can't do whiskey, do tea and crackers with honey on them and put them in your windowsill. They'll take all the phosin out, which is the nutrients of the stuff, and then you throw the rest away in the morning. Poison. I love that word. Poison.
Hi, hubby. Good morning.
Why does it
Howdy,
sound
howdy.
like you're saying hoisin, like
26.
hoisin sauce?
Yeah, poison.
We're
It's all
old.
it's the magical essence of it.
Yep.
Ooh.
There's many things hubby and I know. I don't know
Yeah,
why
don't-
we know
don't-
so much, but it happened.
I know exactly where I read about poison.
Where'd you
And
read
Don't
about
forget
poison
to
at?
throw it away in
Jerk
the morning,
spirit.
or you'll have other critters that come up to take the rest of it.
Yeah. And another thing you can do for fairies is make fairy plates where you take like a little saucer and fill it with broken jewelry and change and anything shiny rocks. And they'll go
Don't
to
put
sleep
it
and leave
outside.
you
The
alone.
crows will get it.
Yeah, don't leave it outside. Keep it in your house. I used to have
Hey,
one on my
Jellybean,
desk.
where's your broom?
My broom?
My broom got broken.
I need to put my.
I need to
Oh,
get you a
you
new
said
broom.
you
There's
break it over.
something about a broom over a door.
Yeah, put your broom over the
it's-
door. That way,
Is it for
the
the
evil
Baba
spirits
Yaga
can't
to
come
keep
in.
them? Oh yeah, because they count the straws.
Yeah, they get stuck counting the straws. Mine broke.
On the
My
bowl of shiny
grandmother
things,
had a
marbles work
broom.
really well too.
Oh yeah, marbles are good.
My grandmother, who is like one of the most Christian ladies I knew in my life before she passed away a few years ago, and she had one of those like handmade straw broom things.
Hubby
that
bought me
were,
one
like,
of those when we
tied.
first started living together.
And I never thought a damn thing of it, never paid it no mind. Like, I knew it was
I need
there.
to make a new one.
I just felt that it was like some sort of decor. It was never explained. I don't even know if she knew.
well,
But she had it
supposedly-
hanging on the front door like a wreath.
1999 I was born. Holy shit. Yeah, it should a lot of times it was the broom that you jumped over on your wedding day. And then you put that at the same door that you came through after you went. This is back when people stayed where they were most of the time in their home that they built or their family home.
You're carrying it over the threshold and stuff.
Yeah, you put it over the threshold. Brings
I don't
luck.
think Jellybean was jumping on her wedding day. She was barely walking on her wedding day.
I was jumping.
I was barely walking. My feet were killing me. Them shoes were awful. And the weather had soaked my parents'
I wore a
backyard.
sundress and little leather flip-flops.
My dad literally went and grabbed a bunch of cement pavers that they had laying around and made like a fucking path from the back deck up the aisle so that way I could walk on them without aerating his yard with my spiked ass heels.
See, I told my mom, I said, we're getting married. We're getting married at your house. You're invited and his parents are invited. And Mom said, do we get to have the dogs? I'm sure the dogs can come, but nobody else.
I did flippy flops for my
I would have had too many people. I could not feed or house all those people because if I missed somebody, hell would have broken loose.
Yeah, we
were like, nope, nobody's coming
just
to our
parents
wedding.
Or a convention center.
Yeah,
I can't.
Sebastian,
you're like, since I can't have the whole family,
and I wore moccasins.
Pretty much, that's pretty much what I had. And in our wedding picture, the dogs are even in our wedding pictures. Because they were like the groomsmen.
My doggy was at home.
They had no idea what we were trying to do. They were very confused.
He was only
They could smell the food in the other room, however. Mom did a nice little spread for us. Food? We just had it was like cooterie boards before people started making cooterie boards. Actually, it was like sandwiches, build your own sandwiches, and a little Publix cake. That's my favorite cake with a castle and dragons on it.
Ooh.
She put a castle on it, and then she hung 2 dragon necklaces, one for each of us.
There are 0.
I think we both lost ours.
Of my wedding cake. I have no idea what my wedding cake looked like, nor do I know what it was supposed to look like. I have no pictures, no memories of it whatsoever, because here's what happened.
What happened was
we ordered the cake from a bakery, and we were trying to be like save as much money as possible, and considering that I have a lot of bakery experience, I just needed somebody to make this massive ass cake. And so they made the cake, and it was a red velvet. One tier was 2 tiers, and it was the one was red velvet, and the other one was a butter pecan cake, because we really love those flavors from that bakery. And because of whatever reason, other than the humidity of North Carolina, when we were putting the little thingy, the little kit that they told us to get to put between the tiers to stack them on, it did not work. They got it stacked for all of like 2 seconds and had to immediately take the tier off, and we had to do it like side by side, and nobody took pictures of it. My mom was so upset. She's like, I had it up and pieced together, and we were too busy trying to make sure that the cake did not fall to pieces.
Yeah.
We forgot to get your dad in here with the camera to take a picture of it.
My favorite wedding cake is still from our still the one that we made for our friend Fuck and Jen when we got married.
Well, that was actually the bachelor's cake or the groom's cake we made.
Yeah, I love that.
You wanted to have gluten-free cake, and I was the best man, so I decided I was going to do the groom's cake. And what I did is make gluten-free
Was it an armadillo?
Cupcakes. And no, it wasn't an armadillo. He wouldn't have gotten that reference. That would have to have been Gregory. If I was doing Gregory's, it would definitely be an armadillo. That would have a piece of ass. There was vanilla cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes, and I put them on. We have this big wooden checkerboard or chessboard that right now is underneath my refrigerator holding it up. But anyway, not the point of the story. I put the cupcakes into the shape of yin yang and did black icing on the chocolate and white icing on the white cakes. It was so much fun to see some of the rich women eating the black cupcakes. Because anyone who knows you don't eat black icing. You brush it off, and it's just for looks. They were like purple and blue lips, these little old ladies with purple, but they loved them. They were like, those are so good.
All that
it was a bigger hit than the wedding cake.
Yeah, the wedding cake. Hardly anyone ate the wedding cake. It felt bad. It was like a 5-tier wedding cake. It was huge.
They all wanted your cupcake.
They all wanted my gluten-free cupcakes.
Oh,
Wow.
man. I wish I had
Look,
that
don't
cake.
feel bad. We had so much cake left over that we took the cake and sliced it up and wrapped each individual slice in plastic wrap.
That's what we did with theirs.
Goat took a bunch of them, put them in the freezer on his truck, took them with him to eat while he was on the road. We had
That was
cake
smart.
for like a week after the wedding.
That was smart. Then
So much
for my
cake.
one friend's wedding, my friends the Droogies, I couldn't wait for them to have kids, man. So I could say, "Come along, my little Droogies." That was his last name. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Anyways, that was way off the subject. My girlfriend Eve and I were helping them prepare. It took us about a year to take all these dried flowers, it was all dried stuff. Roses. I made flowers out of corn husks and dried them out. And we did we did a broom for her. It was a huge broom with all these flowers, dried flowers. And that was her bouquet. And then we had little brooms for our bouquets. And then she said, I just want a traditional wedding cake. And I said, when you say traditional, how traditional? And she said, like Celtic
The
traditional.
whole 9 yards traditional.
And I said, okay, we have a family recipe. It's a spice cake made with applesauce. And I let her try it. And she's like, this is the best cake I think I've ever had in my entire life. I said, I can do a cream cheese frosting with it. She goes, okay. She goes, I don't want round. I said, how about octagon? So she's like, yeah, let's do octagon. So I did 3 layers with these odd picks to hold everything up. They were like really skinny and then got bigger, and they were clear. I don't know what look she was going for. But anyway, so I made the cakes, and each tier I did frosting that looked like gray marble. And then when I was done, I had my elves, the women's ladies in waiting, paint actual leaves and herb leaves and stuff with chocolate, like fall colored chocolates. And then she had 2 dragons that were like rearing up on each other. And I put that on top, and then I just placed the leaves so it looked like they were falling from the...
They were cascading down the cake.
Cascading, that's a great word for it. Anyway, so this place that they got married was a farm in the middle of frickin' nowhere, Florida. So when it got dark, it was dark. And so we had torches up, and we had a big bonfire in the middle of this huge circle of people.
Did you need boats to get to the ceremony?
No, she rode in on a white horse.
Oh.
Not Lady Godiva style, I hope.
No, she probably would have if Grandma wasn't there, though. I know her. So, anyways, we started, and just before the cutting of the cake, I hear, we need help with the cake. Who made the cake? They were scared because it was octagons instead of circles. They didn't know what they were going to. I'm like, first of all, we start from the top and work down. Don't start from the bottom or you're going to have a mess. And then later, the caretakers of the place, the man and woman came up to me and said, how much do you do for cakes? I said, I don't.
I don't.
That was a wedding present, and I probably never do it again. That sucked. It was hard work. And you have to do it like within 24 hours, especially if you're using buttercream outside. I had to practically freeze the suckers.
In Florida heat, by the way.
Yeah,
so
Florida,
it stayed in the air-conditioned car. Seriously, the car was on with the air conditioner running.
I do not envy you at all.
Until it was like time for the ceremony. And then I'm quick stacking this stuff up and putting it where it needs to be, and then running off to the ceremony because guess who's the maid of honor? Made sure my dress was fit. And we had traditional Nordic dresses. My mom made mine and my girlfriend's. They were beautiful. If I can find pictures, I'll show you. I know I have them. I just don't know where they are. But I think Jellybean would really appreciate them. We made him Oh, Carl about killed me. He's like, I want a shirt of mail. And I was like, you've got to be kidding.
The fuck?
A whole shirt?
That
He goes,
stuff
yeah,
is gonna
sleeves
be
and all. And I'm
rusty
like,
by the end of the damn ceremony.
it's like,
Between
okay,
the
we
humidity,
stopped.
sweat.
No sleeves. We did not do sleeves. I'm like, I call no sleeves. I'm so sick of this already. It was like 60 pounds.
Yeah, a male shirt like that would be like 60 pounds. I've worn one
and it
once.
was real.
It's heavy
It
as hell to lift up. It weighs. It feels like it weighs less when it's actually on because it's distributed, but it is still heavy as hell.
And getting it on was not a problem.
Should have been a vest instead of a shirt.
Taking it off, on the other hand, I'm like, just bend over and put your hands above your head, and then bend over like you're gonna touch your toes.
Why were you the one taking it off of him? That sounds
because
like
nobody else could.
Isn't that the bride's job?
You should have seen her dress. She
That's
drove
the whole
herself.
point.
She drove herself to the in her little Mustang, Shelby Mustang, because it was a stick shift, and I was the only one who knew how to drive a stick shift, but her, and I didn't have a license. So she's like, "Fine, I'm driving myself," and I'm like, "Where are you going to put the dress?" She just tucked it right under the. It was huge. She like tucked it between her knees and stuffed it under her butt, and oh my god, it was crazy.
I'd have been like, if it had like this really long train, you just pick the train, swoop it over, and plop it in the passenger seat.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say they fit Princess Diana in a carriage, so I mean.
Oh, that was amazing in and of itself, though. Wasn't there like 4 people pulling on the dress, making sure she was decent?
I look back at pictures of it now, and I can think of all of the bridezillas that would be absolutely pissed of the wrinkles in their dress. But there wasn't anything you could do. She literally got out of the carriage and walked into the church. There was no staging area to smooth her out.
Here's another cool thing that happened. We made her dress, and she really wanted beading and embroidery and stuff, but we didn't have time to do it by the time she found the materials she wanted. So we just made the dress, and I was like really apologetic, but we could put this pretty Irish ring scarf on you and blah, 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 blah. Her grandmother came 2 days early, saw the dress and said that was beautiful. I said, yeah, I really wish we could have had time to bead it at least. And she said, give me everything. That little old lady, 92 years old, beaded that dress in less than 3 days. She just sat there. She worked really fast. I was
that
like,
just goes to show, folks, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
And I'm not talking about the dress. I'm talking about the humans.
I'm talking about
make us like they
grandmas.
used to.
Yeah, it's like I just imagine her.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
Why don't they put this in adult sizes? It's got little.
Because they hate me. I dress like a 5-year-old. I swear to God.
Because the people who manufacture clothes and design clothes are really fucking old at this point. No offense to elderly people, but from a different time. And we don't have millennials designing and making clothes, because you can tell if something's designed by a millennial, because it's going to be nostalgic. We are nostalgic Pac-Men. Wah, 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 wah. Nostalgia.
You do that very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But Mom and I like make my clothes a lot of the time out of other clothes. We upcycle clothes. Because I'm like, I like this, but it needs this, this, and this. You know, like
and side vents.
I need side vents. I need the collar cut off. This is all hand appliqued. This is all hand appliqued.
That's one thing I can't do. Like
applique?
My mother is a very, very talented lady. She can cook. She can some disclaimer on the cooking. I cook better than she does.
She's a white girl? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, very, 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 like almost see-through. Anyway,
wow.
So, she can craft. She's artsy. She's where I get like all my shit from, except for I've improved and grown a lot. But The one thing, two things that woman did not pass to me was her green fucking thumb and her fingers for sewing, because I can't do it. I have tried. She's tried to teach
You mean her
me.
green thumb and her fingers for sewing?
I was thinking the same thing.
She didn't arm you for life.
No, she didn't. Not with gardening or sewing.
All right,
Those
you're
are the
not
only
allowed
two
to
things
touch
I can't
gardens.
do.
I have enough seeds for 100 people, but you're not allowed to touch the gardens. We'll keep you in the kitchen.
Yeah. I'm the after person. Like, y'all do the before work, y'all grow the food, I cook it.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen the trailers for Silo? These people have lived in the silo, like we've talked about constructing, for 145 years and haven't been outside of the silo because of whatever, some kind of tragedy. And I want to watch it. They have fields of corn. The one level is just fields of corn.
What's
So it's Children of the Corn, but modern day.
It's actually an Apple TV thing.
It's an Apple TV thing. I'm hoping it comes over to Netflix in like a couple months.
Oh God, maybe in 20 million years.
Well, Circle came over pretty fast, and that was interesting. It wasn't as good as
You
I
know
thought
that
it
there's
was.
already like another type of circle.
What do you mean?
I was on TikTok the other day, and I came across one of the creators that I watch a lot that does all these little like daycare skits.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing a skit, but it was also like subliminally advertising.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking the whole time, oh, she's talking about Circle. Oh, she's partnering with Circle. That's cool. And then she did not say Circle. She's from UK, so I'm pretty sure they've got like their own version of Circle, but the flavors that they were talking about makes me want to convert.
No, you know what I did? I started going down the aisle and reading all the little. They have a lot of flavors in the stores. So I got that Starburst one.
Hubby?
What?
You got a headache, Hubby?
No, I just.
He sees better without glasses.
Oh.
Just sometimes when I'm over here, I'm looking at the stuff. I see myself on the thing. I look like I'm cockeyed. So then they're trying to correct it while watching it, and get double vision and stuff. So I just cover one eye and got with it.
He's a pirate.
Oh, I figured that was just the face that you make all the time as our guardian angel, just watching us going, oh God, here we go again.
No, that would be two like this.
Along the
Well, no, he's only got to cover the one because he's got to see what we're doing. So he just covers the one.
Toby's a guardian angel. He's on every show.
It's my thing where I'm over here. I do this stuff. I fuck up and I say I meant to do that. And then when I walk over there, I'm like the George Carlin's cat. Fucking meow.
I love George Carlin. Chrissy says it was over 100 degrees when I got married. When we took the pictures, I just wanted to be over with it. That's why I still love mine.
She got 100 degrees. You guys are not really good at picking a good day for a wedding.
Well,
I accidentally picked my grandma's birthday. I didn't even realize it.
Well, when we got married, it was the end of August, and we knew it was going to be warm outside anyway. We're used to that.
Mm-hmm.
But we were not, however, able to predict that it was going to be monsoon season early. And so it was not hot, it was just sticky. I feel like I got married in the Florida Glades because it was just
See, we're in Florida. We knew better. We had ours at night in my mother's living room.
Well, see, ours was in the evening. That was why I planned it for evening, because I knew in August it was going to be hot.
You got married in November?
Gonna be hot.
So did we.
I picked my wedding date based off of sentimentalness rather than practicality.
Yeah.
Because that was our anniversary from the time that we started dating. So that was the date that we chose.
That's cool.
The only ritual we ever...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The only ritual we ever did in August was Luna sock. Actually, it was the month before we got married.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of it, while I'm packing up, my friend looks at me and goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I think I have heat stroke. I keep throwing up." She goes, You don't get heat
That's
stroke.
not heat stroke.
She was like, we used to camp like the end of every month. I take an extended weekend and we go camp. And she
we
goes,
had a plan. We had a plan.
Yeah.
We were going to do this Lunasaw weekend, and then right after that, the following weekend, we were going to Gen Con.
it wasn't even the following weekend. It was the following day we flew out.
But yeah, we were all. But it's like
But we were gone
Gen
for a
Con
week.
was like Thursday through Sunday. But we were getting there a couple of days early and stuff, because we figured we.
It was Milwaukee. I had to show them around.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hmm.
It was great. I'd been there once before, 5 years earlier, at another Gen
So
Con.
you brought back a souvenir.
Oh no!
We took a souvenir with us.
Oh.
She took.
So in the morning, just before we get the plane, it's like 4:00 in the morning. Okay, just before I PM stick. I hadn't even stopped peeing yet, and it already said I was pregnant. So I was good.
Go,
and pregnant,
Hubby.
and I told him, and we were both jazzed. We both want kids, and technically, I was never supposed to be able to conceive, so it was an extra wow, So I called everybody at 4:00 in the morning, and my mom was the cutest. I said, "Hey, Mom, how are you?" She's really early in the morning. I said, "I know, I'm sorry." She's, "Everybody okay?" "Everybody's fine, Mom. I just wanted to call and let you know I'm pregnant." Really? Really? Then she sounded like a 3-year-old. Really? She was so excited.
That's
And then we called
adorable.
all our other friends, and a lot of them didn't pick up the phone. So we left
But
messages
Vixen just
letting them
sounded
know
so
we were pregnant.
nonchalant, calling at 4 a.m.
And then we took the cab to.
We left a message. We're pregnant, and then we left on a plane. We left the state.
And we didn't.
They couldn't
I
contact
didn't
us.
bring my phone.
We oughta, baby. Eat the boy.
We had to beat the boy.
I love you, Jelly.
So we were gone for a week. No one could get a hold of us, but I couldn't make it through. I felt really
What'd I
bad.
do?
I was having.
I love laugh.
Milwaukee Beer
It makes me
House
smile.
pizza. Okay, I love
Yeah.
it. I love their pizza,
You wanted to
and I
expose
could
me to it.
smell it coming up the stairs because neither one of us wanted to leave the room. We were like so tired. We had been
I
at
bet.
the thing all day, and I said,
Uh-huh.
"Let's order a pizza." I took a bite and I ran into the bathroom, and I think I threw up for 3 hours. I swear, I
Oh,
threw up.
bless.
For 3
It was
hours.
just-
Oh
good
my
pizza
god!
too, but it was just there was something in it that just made her puke.
Here's another thing. I was in like pagan gear, like for the last week before that. So I was in broomstick skirts, wrap pants, stuff that isn't confining. Guess what I packed? I didn't even think about it. I packed 2 pairs of blue jeans and t-shirts and my knee-high Doc Martens. I
That's
was
so 90s, Vixie.
so
That is
uncomfortable.
I don't
yeah.
think you thought this through.
Well, I didn't because I packed before we went to Lunaside. I packed my bag so we could just get our
Get up and
go sleep, get our stuff, get the cab, and go. So it was like a bug out bag. I couldn't believe it. I was like, ugh. Coolest things I got though. I got a really cool dagger with a black wooden handle.
All in this dagger.
Yeah.
Dagger.
Actually, it's almost a short sword. It's so big.
Short sword.
That's a noise.
Go over there.
Did someone say Cam?
That's the oldest. It's so cute. He looks like my father.
It wouldn't
So
be
how
bad if
is
he wasn't
Heat
looking at
Stroke
the Blues
doing
Clues
today?
and stuff. But since the Blues Clues and Dora right here, so it's like I've got to mute this, while I'm not talking.
Well, he's
And
convinced you're probably watching something that he might like, or you have a device and you might need to teach him how to use that device. He's so curious, but no, that's daddy's. It's always high here, so it doesn't matter when I get married. True. Hey.
It's the fact that I wasn't wearing my glasses. You should put the glasses.
Oh,
Dad,
Daddy
your face
doesn't
is
have his
missing.
face on. You're freaking him out.
Better? Okay.
Yep, that was it.
My dad has worn a full beard for like 30 years.
Yes.
Every time he's ever had to shave it, he always has to take a kid into the bathroom with him because there was always a youngest kid that had never seen him without the beard.
My father did not.
My dad did that
Do that.
shit to me. My ex-husband did that shit to me. Because ever since I had known my ex-husband, he had always had like a goatee. Always. Same goatee. Ever since I've known him. And then, like, not long after we got married, he had this, like, wild-ass idea that he was going to shave it all off.
I did shave it all off.
He come out the bathroom, y'all. I was literally in my 20s. I was a whole ass adult. And he's like, what's the matter? And I was like,
who the hell are you and where is my husband?
Yes.
My
exactly
father
that. Verbatim.
Went from a full beard, which I'd never seen him without, and a mustache, to no beard and a mustache. And I had to really study him for a few minutes before I figured out who he was.
Dude, when my dad did that shit, though, because he had gotten something on his chin, and he had to shave it off.
Right.
And because he was like, I don't know if it's an ingrown hair or if it's a cyst or what.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up having to have it lanced. He's got a scar there now. No hair will grow there anymore. But I mean,
Could have been a cyst.
Size of your like pinky.
Yeah.
But he shaved, and I couldn't believe it. And fun fact, there was a portrait painted of my dad when he was in his younger days because my grandfather had a photography studio and they worked there together when my dad was in his much younger days. And there was this picture that always hung up in my parents' bedroom, and I never knew who the fuck it was until I got older. I never asked. I never tried. No, because first of all, this dude had a clean-shaven face and a full head of flowing locks. Not long, but like hubby's hair right now, just a little fuller. Like there was a big amount of hair on this dude's head. Okay, and
Daddy's bald.
My daddy has not had hair since he buzzed it off when he had elbow surgery back before I can even remember. And he's always had facial hair of some sort, whether it was just a mustache, whether it was a goatee, whether it was the full face. He's always had facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no earthly idea who this dude was. And then all of a sudden, like one day, my dad brought it up and he was like, I bet you don't even know who that is in that picture. I was like, I ain't trying to get in y'all business. He was like, that's me. And I was like, ain't no way in hell.
Ain't no way in hell, sister.
You're not a fucking thing like you. Not a bit. And
it's her version of Fabio.
So you mean to tell me you just saw all these years that me and your mama had like some random ass dude on our wall? And I was like, I don't know.
You might be right, Chrissy.
I don't know your life like that.
I don't know the flavor of your Kool-Aid. I'm not getting up in it.
That's right.
Hubby.
I bribed him with cookies.
With cookies.
I want cookies.
I like
gluten-free
cookies.
And gluten-free Oreos.
Speaking of cookies, remember when I told you I made the gluten-free peanut butter cookies?
Yeah.
Well, they finally arrived in Washington.
Oh my God.
And my friend that I made them for, as I mentioned, has gastroparesis, and so they've not been able to eat hardly anything. And they got a hold of them cookies. There was 15 of them in the box. And they're not but like this big. They messaged me
with portion control,
like crying, saying that was the best damn cookie they have ever had in their entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so proud. I was like, well, you can make them yourself. It's not hard. They've had leg surgery. And so they literally have one leg to stand on right now until the other one finishes healing. Because apparently they had fractures in their foot and stuff that they didn't know they had that healed incorrectly. So those fractures had to be rebroken and reset and all that good shit.
You wanted to do that to one of my feet. I don't remember which one.
Now they're already asking me how much would it cost them for me to make them some gluten-free snickerdoodles. I've got
Those
the
are
gluten-free
harder.
flour. Yeah.
I was gonna say you almost have to make your own flour because it needs to be a light mix. Who has a light mix flour? Aldi's. Do you have an Aldi's?
I do have Aldi's.
Aldi's has their brand
did
gluten-free
get
flour. It's good.
I'll send you a picture of the bag that I bought from Walmart. I didn't go with like a cheap brand, I don't think.
What brand? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It's a pretty bag. It's in the cabinet.
Bob's Red Mill, maybe?
No, Bob's Red Mill's pretty plain packaging.
Oh no.
Oh, it's got.
Can you go grab that bag of flour?
You don't want to use Bob's Red Mill.
No,
it's
it's not
a
Bob's.
lot of garbanzo bean flour in it.
I know it's not that. Ghost's gonna go grab it for me. I don't remember. What
Another one's
brand
Knick, but I don't know if you guys. You're closer to
I just
Canada
remember
than
saying
I
I
am.
need gluten-free flour that's scoop for scoop, so that's what I did.
Oh, it's probably one of the cake companies. They have them. If it's white and light, you'll be fine. If it's tan and heavy, don't. That's
Don't
for
use
like
it.
really.
That's for like making
Like
biscuits.
that's
and
for
shit.
like spice cakes and stuff that has a really dense texture.
For like chocolate cookies. Because you need that density.
Yeah, and also the garbanzo beans have a lot of flavor. So that's what I usually use for my muffins because my muffins have so much spices in it, so many spices in it. It makes a
Your
nice.
muffins have so much top.
So much top?
Yes.
It's divided sunset. It doesn't have a window, so I don't know what color it is.
What's the first ingredient?
If I can find it. Rice flour, tapioca starch, potato starch, xanthan gum, and salt. That's all the
Perfect. That's
ingredients.
scoop for scoop. I used to
That's
make
the
my
mix.
own.
Yeah, this says a cup for a cup, substitution for wheat flour, preservative free, vegan, brownies, pancakes, banana bread, recipe on back. Nut free, dairy free, egg free.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I want banana bread.
What is it? How does it?
Of course, what I really
I
want.
don't feel like it.
Well, yeah, what I really want is some of the another Spunkmeyer banana muffins.
Oh, well, we can buy this.
This banana bread's got chalky chips.
Yes, dear.
I'm about
We
to
like
go through
chalky
all
chips.
the past videos and see if you've always had that red microphone in front of you.
No.
I changed I have had this microphone since we started, but I changed where my camera is, so now you can see it.
I was about to be like, because I was just like, I don't remember that just always being there.
She mentioned that
I'm gonna do
on
something
one
real
of the
quick. I'll change
shows-
it back.
Okay.
We did some organization.
I
Not
like
bad.
this. I like this. And I'll change it back real fast. No, I like the other way more.
Yeah,
It's not
a
about
bigger
you.
screen.
It's about me. It's not
It's
about
about you. It's all about you.
That
Now,
works.
let me lift up my board.
With nothing written on it, it's really hard to decipher if that would be good or not.
Depends on how big he writes
Yeah.
and how many letters is
And
on
we
the
still
board.
can put him on the full screen with us behind him. So, la la la, connect the dots, la 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 la.
I wish there was a way that you could do that, like what we do when we're streaming games, where he would be in the center and we would be down the side.
Me too. For some reason, I can't get that to work. Well, maybe this one. Hold on.
Like that.
See, but I'm the only one who can
Oops,
be on the
sorry.
big side. That's the problem.
I'm getting massive lagginess. Yes.
E-I-O-U.
Yeah.
I'll do this one. Now do this one. Yeah, that's probably good if we want to keep everybody up.
I like that. And I'll be using a darker color, obviously. That's just what I had in front of me.
I like the dual streaming you guys did last night.
I was gonna ask what you guys think of that. That was
It
our
was
test
trippy
run.
when I'm sitting there watching because Madness posted they were going live, and I'm like, wait,
I was like literally bummed because I was like, my shoulders hurt. I don't feel like getting on the table. I want to play, but I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just distract myself with TikTok and go scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh, it's a madness.
And there was no delay.
And a
so I was
piss.
playing while you guys were playing. Just
Yeah.
everything was tacos.
So
Be right
yeah,
back.
we are going to try to do that more often. And if you catch the TikTok,
I
please share the
love this
TikTok
new
with all your
layout.
friends so that they know this is Greasy. Put in the bottom. This produced by Planet Flipside was hosted. This post was hosted by Planet Flipside. I thought, oh, that was great. So, and I told her how to put the link in her bio because you got to pull down one, and you can put the link to the YouTube channel and a link to your Instagram in there. It's on the far right.
There were a couple of cards played last night that I was like waiting.
Oh,
for
I was
TikTok to
cringing
shut it
on the
down.
TikTok end.
Yeah,
I was
we were
cringing
wondering
on the
about that
TikTok
too,
end.
and she said she didn't care. She wanted us to just do it and see what happens. She goes, if I have to make another TikTok, I have to make another TikTok. And I said, okay, I'll help you. Now, we decided that we're not going to be doing that with Bitches with Switches, though, because some of us get right nasty sometimes. So, especially
I
me.
don't.
I do.
No,
Dirty
we
little whore.
fucking don't. Get your life.
Get out of my life.
Rabbit, it depends on which one of your friends is at the surface, how feisty you are.
Yeah, it does. Some of us can tell. You had fun, Myrtle? Good. I'm glad you had fun. It's the good ship. Lollipop. Don't ask me where that came from. I don't know.
Your head.
Right up there with animal crackers in my
soup.
Monkeys
Lions
and rabbits,
and tigers.
loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop. Gosh, oh gee, won't we have fun?
fun.
Swallowing animals one by
one.
I don't know that song, everybody.
Yeah,
Shirley
that's
Temple.
older than me. That's
the
That's
got-
because
curly
you
haired
don't
kid.
know Shirley Temple.
yeah,
I've got to keep my camera off for a couple minutes because
it's fine.
somebody's deciding they don't have clothes on.
Esme,
Yep.
she's related to me. I feel bad.
Ooh, let's have a Rugrats moment. Nikki, good.
Nikki!
Free.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
the
be
thing is,
in the lounge.
she's underage, and if she happens to get called on the camera, then it's kitty porn. So it's like,
Yep.
I
and
was
we
going
in
to say,
trouble.
we're not that kind of show. We yell at Rabbit to keep his pants on.
Hey,
Keep your pants on, Rabbit.
I got to take
Well,
my
we
shirt
used
off
to
the
yell at
lounge
Jimmy to
yesterday.
keep his pants on, but then they ran away.
Next time I tell everybody I'm stripping in the lounge, I'm taking one piece of clothing off per person that comes in.
I've not seen the lounge get that packed in quite a while.
I know!
That reminds me.
I don't
need to
have
make
the
a new
spoons
sticker.
for this. I don't have the spoons for this.
I'm like, well, looks like I have the potential to be a
Okay.
stripper. I might have to
Since
just
I
go
have you
through
two
it.
Dreamlight people, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Is there a glitch in the quest up in the frozen area where you're supposed to get this little blue flower? Because all of my flowers up there are red.
Oh
But when I
my
pick
God,
them up,
you
they're
are
different colors.
20 days and $1 short. She bitched about that the first day she saw it.
I'm just asking if there's a glitch.
I don't know. Jellybean, is there a glitch?
is what now?
But I can't get the blue one. I can get every color but the blue one.
No, I can
When you say the blue one, so you need a blue passion lily.
Yeah.
Yes, I need a blue passion lily.
You're just gonna have to keep picking all them damn flowers until you get a blue one. That's all I got for you.
That's what
It's
you gotta
just
do.
that your blue one's not spawning or whatever.
I just wondered if there was a glitch.
But there
while
is
it
a
was still in
bug,
beta.
and they were supposed to fix it with this last like tiny update that they did recently, and it did not. I had talked to Lisa about it, and she said that the developers are working to try and fix the bug with the flower issue because it's just in Frosted Heights.
That's why I was asking. I know you
Yep.
have connections, so pass on
Hey,
the info.
Corey.
Yeah, you've also heard me bitching for like the last however long since the update going, why are all the flowers red? Who's painting my lilies red?
Painting the roses red.
I don't
We're
care
painting
that the
roses
flowers are red. I care that I can't get the blue one. I'm fine with the red flowers being white
Yeah, blue,
and
green,
green and black, and I need
Paint the
blue.
roses red.
So we're painting the roses red, or we will lose our heads.
The roses are like all these different colors, but right now they all are identifying as red.
Until you pick
I
them.
identify as a
Until you
problem.
pick
with
them.
my valley, guys.
My lilies are going through an identity crisis. They all decided they want to be red.
It is a spirit
It is what
color.
it is. I think it looks beautiful when you walk up there and with all the like snow and the
Oh yeah, it's
blues.
probably really pretty.
And then you've got those little pop of red everywhere. It's so cute.
Does anybody
it's
remember there
frustrating.
being frogs on Minecraft?
Oh, not my wheelhouse.
Does anybody remember? I don't remember
The
frogs.
goat
And
is
when I
not
went
in.
running around in my old build, there's frogs all around this.
It might be an update.
Yeah, I didn't know we
I
had.
think
We
probably
do have
update.
frogs. Okay, I thought first maybe I was watching something that was a glitch or supposed to be something
So-
else, and I'm like, where are these frogs coming from?
Heck, the turtles
So-
took me surprised when they showed up.
So speaking of frogs, frogs make me think of Don't Starve Together, and Don't Starve Together makes me think of Eliza. When is she coming back?
I don't know. You have to ask her.
She said she was coming back, and she's not coming back. I have got abandonment issues. You cannot just up and leave.
So far, it
I'm
looks like she's
still
only
here.
showing up for every other family game night.
Yeah, that's what she's been averaging.
I have not abandoned you.
Well, looks like I got some works to do this week. I got to. Oh, I got her sticker design finished. I want to see.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, her selfie sticker that she asked me to do. That's the one I've been working on to try and get it finished, so that way I can get her stickers made and get them sent to her. She told me not to worry about it right now because of like the shit show that I am non-volunteered to be part of.
Jellybean,
but
you
you're
would
the
be
bean.
totally lost if I left. Poor Myrtle. Jellybean.
I would.
Myrtle, who's Myrtle?
She knows what she's. Come back here. Ask more time. All day.
Some chick named Mariel.
Galley.
I've heard of this Muriel.
Look. Now he has
It's
Liza.
adorable.
Whoops. I'm trying to. Wrong way. There we go.
Come get their laundry. Let's see if I'm getting cussed out in comments.
It's beautiful.
It
It's
is
a
very
party.
beautiful. You did a good job, lady.
Tend to. I try.
Hi, Corey.
Corey Jade says, I love it.
So I've got the
Myrtle don't know
selfie
who
sticker
she is.
for her Care Bear sticker, and her friend wanted a My Little Pony sticker. So I've got 3 sheets of stickers I've got to print, laminate, and cut this week. Now that the goat will not be here destroying the house.
Is it almost put back together?
Oh, he's got like pretty much everything put back together. It's just not finished because I learned something this weekend. Well, this week rather, because I forget it's been a week, not a weekend. It's just gone by so quick. It feels like it's only been 3 days.
It's always a weekend.
But I have learned that part of my ADHD and my husband having ADHD is that we like to take on projects and start shit but never finish it because we lose interest by the end of things. And it was because I came across a video that was talking about it where it hit home so hard, y'all. It
Felt
was
like you're being called out in front
the
of the
wife.
world.
Oh yes, the wife was like, "We need a new table," and the husband, ADHD, goes, "I'm gonna make one." Goes and buys all the shit. Sits down, starts cutting, getting all the pieces done, and then it comes time to assemble it.
He's already bored.
puts all the shit on the bench and just walks past it in the garage for days, months. And then all of a sudden the wife's like, how's it going with the table? Good. Mama's finished with it. Month later, I bought a new table.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is here. Like, I mentioned something to Goat, and it's been like months ago because of him working in there. Like, the table, the dining room table we have was originally my grandmother's. It is really, really old. And it wasn't like a nice, solid wood table or anything. It's just, because they were from the Depression era. So they didn't spend money on stuff like that. And so it's wore out and we need a new table. And I made the exact statement, we need a table. And he goes, I want to make one by doing the resin shit. And as soon as I saw that
I've seen some
video,
really cool resin tables.
Oh yeah, they're really cool, but the problem is that he forgets that he has a job that keeps him away from home. If he's not home, he can't work on it.
True.
But Jellybean is, and so he keeps trying to push me into the projects to finish his shit for him. And Jellybean also has ADHD, so I don't want to finish his shit neither. He started this project, he needs to finish it.
Amen.
And so then I start thinking about how, like, our floors are still missing, like, this little trim piece. The floors are done. It's just that little, that tiny little trim piece between the floor and the wall needs to be put down. And he keeps talking about how easy and no problem it's going to be. And it's like, then why the fuck won't you do it? It's been years. Still not done.
My mom.
And most of the time it's a money thing because, like, it costs money to buy that stuff, obvi, and we've got to buy a lot of it.
It's actually not that expensive if you get a plain one.
It is when you're broke.
Well,
it is when you're broke.
Put $10 in a jar every month.
Good luck. Every time we put money in, we end up like, if we put $10 in the jar, we got to pull 20 out because of fucking inflation. We're just digging a hole.
I think that's just the sad reality of America right now.
So, like,
the trick is to put it The trick is to put it someplace, jar that you hit so you can't see it, so you forget it's there. So you make do without it, and then after a while, all of a sudden you rediscover it. We found $1,000 a couple months ago. It was like because we put it aside for
I did it. It was my fault.
And it's like,
but it reappeared when you really needed it.
It was in my little Alice in Wonderland purse, hanging on the wall next to my bed.
But it reappeared when you really needed it.
Yeah.
And see, like, that's what I was getting to about, like, the cabinets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to take on this task, and here's how it all started. After we literally spent an entire day trying to get, because we had gotten our refund, we had gotten bonus check, all this money that we had. Hello, Daddy. And telling stories. And
there's something behind you. It's kind of creepy.
We had this conversation where it was like, you know what? We need to go to GameStop to pre-order Tears of the Kingdom because Legend of Zelda's new game's coming out in a couple weeks. And I was like, while we've got the money, let's go ahead and do that before we forget. And while we were there, because he had, been told, you've got the job, we're going to be starting you on Monday, since he was told not to work out his 2 weeks. So I was like, well, he's going to be home all weekend. We'll take the Xbox we have and the PS4 that, like, never gets touched or used. We'll trade them in to knock some dollars off of it. I've got points with GameStop. We'll knock that price down, and it won't be that bad. And so we got the PS5. Well, as much trouble as it was to do all of that, because that is a whole story in and of itself, and I won't go there, but it was a lot of back and forth. And it was to a point where a light bulb should have went off in my head and said, you know what, this is too much work. There's a reason why this is being such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, then, so we get the PS5 finally, we get home, start setting it up, getting all that stuff going. And as soon as we get it set up, we're laying in bed, we turn it on, he pulls out his phone and gets the message, oh, well, we're not going to be able to get you started on Monday. You're going to be home till the 1st. And I said, well, shit. If I'd have known that, I would have said we would take the money that we just spent and actually went to Lowe's and got the stuff to redo the kitchen, since you would have the time, you'd have the whole week to do it. Just an observation, like a hindsight thing, and I thought we were going to hee ha ha and just carry on. No. Goes, we can still do that. Because, I mean, we can afford it. We're not doing that much. We're only going to need some paint and some sandpaper and some new hardware. Not that big a deal. So we'll go to Lowe's tomorrow and we'll price the stuff. And we're like, oh, well, we can afford this. No problem. So we start working. But every time, like, he would get ready to start working on the kitchen, something would come up and we had to go to the store for something. There was always, like, something that we would hit a wall. We would do as much work as we could. But then as soon as we would get to like a certain point, we wouldn't get very far. It would be like, oh shit, we need this too, apparently. And then we would go get the thing, and it would take forever to find the thing, and then come back, and then trying to start working again, and be like, oh shit, we need this too, apparently. And so we had to go do that. And so trying to get started was a bitch. And so by the time he actually gets to start on it, his time, it's been like half a week already that time has just been lost. And then, so we start compromising, saying, okay, well, how about we just focus on the bottom half of things right now? Just the bottom cabinets. Let's just try to get those sanded, get that done. And then at a later date, we'll, like on weekends and stuff, we'll work on the rest. So right now, my kitchen still is like a horror show right now, but we've still got places that need to be sanded to get this ugly ass paint off. Cause see, it's 3 layers of frickin' paint. Cause you got the kilts layer that's on the wood, then you've got that ugly green that was
From
latex
the 70s.
paint that I don't know how it didn't peel, but when I painted my blue on it to make it look prettier, it's peeling. And so I'm going to try to like peel and scrape what I can. But with me being injured, we couldn't get very far. So we've done as much as we could and just put what back kind of that. So like right now, my cabinets on the top don't have knobs on them anymore. We're just going to open them like the old fashioned way. Just grab the bottom and open it. Because we're going to replace those with handles, and the drawers are all on the bottom, obviously. I don't think anybody would have drawers above the counter.
This is just to go to show how often she goes in the kitchen right now. The doors do have knobs on them.
The top ones?
Yes.
So you went in the bathroom and got those knobs and went and put them back on the cabinet doors? I'm confused because you took all the knobs off.
I did, but I put knobs on there.
Oh, no.
There was knobs on the bottom, too, remember?
Oh, so I'm so confused, y'all.
He switched them out so that you would have handles.
I mean, I don't need them. He said he was going to leave them off because that would be one less thing. Why take them off, then put them back just to take them back off again?
Claire, we're nice because we're nice people. And we're nice to people who are nice.
We're
This
nice
is Planet
people.
Flipside.
We're nice people because the world is ugly and we have experienced more than our fair share of bullshit and horrors in our lives and trauma. So we try to make the world a better place by being nice people to other people in hopes that they will too get the fever and pass it along.
Yay! It's a good love bug.
So
Get
what
down
was
with the
last
sickness.
week?
Last week was, I don't know.
I'm just reading the comments. So this was last week. What was last week?
I love you. Lunch is calling. That's what
Okay.
Marvel says.
It
is
when,
time.
it was just
Bye.
Hey, wait.
when Jellybean was over here talking about we're not going to start. I was asked about the last week thing. We said that we're not going to start you on Monday. We're going to wait till the 1st. And I had to calibrate and say, okay, so this was happening last week. Because if it happened this week, Monday is the 1st.
Right.
Yeah,
That
last
was why
week.
That was what I was starting off. Okay.
All right, everybody. Remember, 2 o'clock is
Tarot time.
all right.
I will be on the road. If
I
I have
will be doing
signal, I'll
laundry.
try to pop in the comments, but
Awesome. All right, we'll
doubt
see
it.
each other. And don't forget, charge your shit. We have Mario Kart tonight at 8 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah. Do it. Do it to it.
Love you later. Bye.
Love you later. Bye.
bye.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.